Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. So, greetings and hi to our Sir Anwar, and I'm Izzat Muzaffar. So this is group 4, and today we are going to starting our debate with me, Izzat Muzaffar, as a proposition 1. That is, we'll be debating on the topic pros and cons of globalization for developing countries. So, for my first point, that is the pros. That is access to new markets. Expanding into new markets through globalization offers businesses a valuable opportunity to tap into international demand and sustain growth beyond their domestic borders. As companies operate in their home markets over time, they may encounter a point of saturation where the demand for their product or services reach plateau. This saturation could be due to market maturity, intense competition, or limited population size. And another point of access to new market, which is market diversity. Each country has its unique economic, social, and cultural characteristics, leading to diverse consumers' behavior and demand. By entering new market, businesses can tailor their products or services to meet the specific requirement of different customer segments, fostering increased relevance and acceptance. Second is demand resilience. Expanding into multiple markets reduce a company's resilience on a single market's economic condition. When one market experiences a downturn, the business can offset potential losses by generating revenue from other regions that might be experiencing growth or stability. So, however, expanding into new markets require careful planning, market research, and understanding of local regulation and cultural nuances. Each market has own challenges, and businesses need to adapt their strategies to suit the unique characteristics of each region. And for my second point, which is spread of knowledge and technology, globalization plays a significant role in boosting technological development worldwide. This process has been associated with several benefits that promote the spread of technology across borders. Also, globalization has faced criticism for potential negative consequences. Research has shown its positive impact on technological advancement in two main ways, which is easier access to foreign knowledge. That is, globalization facilitate the exchange of knowledge and technology between countries as information and ideas flow more freely across borders. Countries gain easier access to foreign knowledge and expertise. This cross-border knowledge transfer enables developing countries to learn from experience and advancements of more technologically advanced nations. And for enhanced international competition, globalization has led to increased international trade and investments, resulting in heightened competition among businesses from different countries. Emerging market firms have risen to become key players on the global stage. It is important to note that globalization impact on technological development and is not uniform across all countries or industries. Some countries and firms might benefit more from these processes, while others might face challenges in adapting to change technological landscape. And for my third point, which is enhanced global cooperation and tolerance. Globalization indeed fosters enhanced global cooperation and tolerance by facilitating specialization and trade between countries. Through international trade, countries can leverage their respective economic strength and resource, leading to mutually beneficial exchange. This process encourages cooperation and independence among nations and promotes a more tolerant and interconnected world. Here's how globalization achieved it. That is by specialization and comparative advantage. Globalization encourages countries to specialize in producing goods and services in which they have a comparative advantage, meaning they can produce more efficiently than other countries by focusing on their strength. countries can optimize their resource allocation and increase productivity. For instance, South America countries specializing in sugarcane can allocate its resource and effort to efficiently produce and export sugar, while the developed country can focus on manufacturing goods and more efficiently. And second is trade and interdependence. The specialization of countries creates a natural interdependence among them. Each country relies on the product and resource it lacks, but can acquire through international trade. In example, the South American country relies on the manufactured goods from developed nation, while the developed country depends on the steady supply of sugarcane for its needs. This interdependence foster cooperation can encourage nations to maintain friendly and productive relationships. So while globalization has undeniable benefits in fostering global cooperation and tolerance, it's essential to acknowledge and address its potential downsides. Some critics argue that globalization can lead to income inequality, environmental degradation, and cultural homogenization. Policymaker and international organization needs to address these challenges to ensure that globalization benefits are inclusive and sustainable, promoting cooperation and tolerance among nations and respecting cultural diversity and protecting the environment. And for my fourth, widely recognized and as a driver of economic growth, offering countries numerous opportunities and capitalize of their strengths and increase overall prosperity. Through various mechanisms, globalization contributes to economic growth in both developed and developing countries. Here's how globalization promotes economic growth. That is by efficiency resource allocation. That is specialized in producing goods and services in which they have comparative advantage in means that countries can focus on industries or activities where they are most efficient, leading to more productive, useful of their resources. And also access to larger market. Globalization provide access to larger international market, enabling business to reach a broader customer base, increase export opportunities, allow companies to scale up production, and leading to economic scale and improving competitiveness. And the example for this point is China's positive change in globalization demonstrate how a country can experience significant economic growth due to increased integration. As China opened up its economy and embraced globalization, it attracted foreign investment and established manufacturing hubs and became a major player in global trade. So that is all for my point. If the
So right now,
okay.
question on that regarding to your first point, that is different
Okay.
customer segments in developing countries. Given potential challenge posed by very economic condition and cultural nuance. Can you answer
That
that?
is for point number?
Right.
Point number one. So here is how I'm going to answer your question, Mr. Wanafal. So addressing market diversity in developing countries requires a comprehensive approach. Business can start by conducting in-depth market research and analysis to gain insight into the unique needs, preference, and purchasing power of different customer segments. This research will help identify common patterns and preferences among customers, while recognizing variation in economic condition and cultural sensitivities. So, do I answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So that is all from me. Thank you, Mr. Wanofal, for the question.
So, my name is Muhammad Nawfal. So, I'll be presenting of the cons of the globalization for developing countries. So, for the first cons that I have is cultural erosions. Cultural erosions, also known as a delusion or assimilation, refers to the gradual loss or delusion or the traditional cultural practice, values, language, and identities. It occurs when external influence such as globalization, technology investment, migrations, or dominant cultural loss. Overshadow or replace local custom. Cultural erosion is a topic of debate as it raises concerns about the potential loss of cultural diversity, heritage, and the unique aspect of local tradition. Cultural assimilation and exchange can lead to enrichment, progress, and a sense of global unity. The benefit of embracing ideas, technologies, and values from different cultures. Uh, Cultural assimilation that facilitate communications, cooperations, and understanding among different communities, fostering a more inclusive, interconnected world. On the other hand, critics of cultural erosions, the importance of preserving and safeguarding cultural image and heritage. The erosion of traditional customs and practice can lead to the homogenization of cultures, resulting in loss of diversity and distinct identity. Cultural erosions can have detrimental effects on social cohesion, individual well-being, and community resilience. Preserving cultural heritage is seen as a means of maintaining a sense of identity, belonging, and continuity with the past. Critics of cultural erosions that local traditions hold valuable knowledge, wisdoms, and alternative perspective that can contribute to richness of human experience. So my other point is they also advocate for the protections and revitalization of the indigenous language, arts, rituals, and knowledge systems. In conclusions, cultural erosions revolve around the tension between preserving cultural heritage and embracing cultural exchange. The benefit of cultural assimilations is while critics highlight the importance of preserving diversity and unique cultural identities, balancing this perspective involves finding ways to foster the cultural dialogue, respect for cultural difference, and inclusive approach that allow for the coexistence and flourishing of both local and global cultures. So for my second point, that is cons of the globalization for the countries is erosions and local industries. Erosions of local industries refer to the decline or weakening of domestic industries with a particular region or country. These erosions can occur due to a variety of factors, including increased competition from foreign countries and local companies, trade liberalization policy, and shift in consumer preference. It is a complex issue with a significant economic and social implications. One argument in favor of protecting local industry is the preservation of jobs. Local industries often serve major employers within a community, providing livelihood for a significant portion of the population. When these industries erode, there is a risk of job losses and subsequent economic hardship for individuals and families. For example, for a local people, the international industry going into the market. So supporters of protecting local industries argue that maintaining a strong industrial base is essential for sustaining employment opportunities and ensuring economic stability. Furthermore, with local industry decline, it can lead to a loss of economic competitiveness and a decrease in countries' self-sufficiency. This dependence on foreign imports can make a nation vulnerable to external shocks, such as changes in global demand and or trade policies. Critics of protecting local industries, on the other hand, emphasize the benefit of globalizations and free trade. They argue that opening up markets to foreign competition can lead to increased efficiency, innovation, and consumer choice. It can also provide opportunities for domestic industries to access a larger market to expand their reach. Proponents of globalization contend that by exposing local industries to competitions, they are encouraged to become more competitive, which ultimately benefits consumer and promotes economic growth. So yeah, for the last is in addressing the of local industries, A balanced approach is often advocated. Government can play a role supporting local industries through targets policies such as providing financial incentives, investing in research and development, and fostering collaboration between industries and academic. Additionally, efforts can be made to promote skills development and retraining programs to ensure that workers are equipped with the necessary skills for emerging countries industry. In conclusion, the erosions of local industries is numerous ones. It involves weighing the need to protect jobs, economic stability, and national self-sufficiency against the benefits of globalizations and market efficiency. Striking a balance that supports and revitalizes local industries while embracing opportunities in the global marketplace. It, uh, it is crucial for fostering sustainable economic growth and addressing the concerns associated with erosions and local industries. So for my third point is dependency on foreign market that will relate to this point, that is dependency on foreign market. So dependency on foreign market poses significant risk and challenge for a country's economy. One major concern is the vulnerability it creates external factors. Relying heavily on foreign markets means that a country's economic stability is at the mercy of change in the global demand. Trade policies and economic conditions in key export destinations, any disruptions or shifts, and these factors can have significant impact on a country's export and overall economic well-being. This vulnerability exposes the economy to potential shocks and uncertainties that can be difficult to manage. Moreover, economic volatility is another issue associated with dependency on foreign markets. Fluctuations in international price or currency exchange rates can create instability in economic imbalance. So, as we can see from now, Malaysia is a right now it's a developing country that will open up to the foreign company, foreign international to invest. So there is some crisis and issue about this matter. So this fluctuation can lead to periods of economic downturns, trade imbalance, and financial instability, which can have far-reaching consequences for business focus and the overall economy. Another drawback of heavy reliance on foreign market is the potential loss of domestic industries. Rather, when a country becomes overly dependent on foreign markets, there is a risk of neglecting or undermining domestic industries, especially if they struggle to compete with low-cost producers in other countries. This also can result in the decline of or closure of local industries, meaning job loss, a loss of economic diversity, and potentially harming the overall resilience and sufficiency of the economy. Furthermore, countries heavily dependent on foreign market may find their policy autonomy constrained. They may have pressure to align their economic policy with the interests of their major trading partners, limiting their ability to pursue certain domestic policies or protect specific industries. On dependency on foreign markets, it is crucial to weigh both the potential benefits and drawbacks. While assessing uh, foreign markets, it is crucial to see foreign markets can offer opportunities for economic growth and expansions. It is essential for countries to strike setback to against external shocks, ensure economic stability, maintain policy autonomy to pursue their own economic objectives, and protect vital domestic industries. So for my last point is job losses. Globalization has a significant impact of job losses in developing countries. Increased competition from foreign countries, benefiting from lower production costs, puts pressure on domestic industries that are less competitive or lack modern technologies. As a result, local business may struggle to compete with the other competitor, leading to the job loss, even closures. Moreover, labor market shift occurs as certain industries become less valuable, while others expand the globalization. Labor incentive sectors like manufacturing become less valuable, while others expand under globalization. So other factors due to outsourcing the locations to countries with cheaper labor, resulting in job losses for workers in these industries. This restructuring of the economy is accompanied by a shift towards more service-oriented or knowledge-based sectors, which creates new job opportunities. However, workers in declining industries may face difficulties as they require different skill sets. Retraining and upskilling efforts are crucial to mitigate the job losses and facilitate workers' transition to emerging sectors. Additionally, globalization, globalizations can introduce wage pressures as companies seek cost advantage by reporting production countries with lower labor costs, leading to downward pressure on wage. This can contribute to job insecurity, particularly for low-skilled or low-wage workers. On the other hand, globalization also fosters leadership, entrepreneurships, and innovation in developing countries. Integrating into the global economy can attract foreign investment, promote local entrepreneurships, and participate in global value chain, which leads to creation of new business and employment opportunities that can offset job losses in other sectors. To address the challenge of job losses in the context of globalizations, it is crucial that we implement policies that prioritize investment in education and training, also support entrepreneurship and foster a favorable business environment. So that's all for my positions point.
Okay, Mr. Wanofal, I have a question. What are some practical steps that can be taken to strike a balance between preserving cultural heritage and embracing cultural exchange?
The answering question that given by Muhammad Farhan. So, preserving cultural heritage and embracing cultural exchange. One practical steps that can be taken to strike a balance between preserving cultural heritage and embracing and understanding. This can involve creating opportunities for individuals from different cultures to interact, share their experience, and learn from each other. Additionally, efforts can be made to protect and revitalize indigenous language, arts, crafts, rituals, and belief system, which can help preserve cultural heritage while also promoting cultural exchange. Another approach is to encourage the development of hybrid cultures that blend local and global influence, creating new forms of cultural expressions that are both unique and inclusive. Ultimately, striking balance between preserving cultural heritage and embracing cultural exchange. It requires a multifaceted approach that values diversity, promotes dialogues, and recognizes the importance of both tradition and innovation. That is for my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Wan Muhammad Afal. Okay, I will continue to my part, which is the pros and cons of globalization for developing country. My first point is increased choice. Okay, nowadays, globalization significantly expand the range of choice available to consumers in developing countries. With the opening of international markets, a broader array of products and services become accessible. This increased choice empowers consumers, enabling them to select goods that suit their preferences and needs. By exposing developing country to a wider range of product, globalization fosters innovation, encourage market competitions, and ultimately drive economic growth. For my second point, which is higher quality goods, the globalization acts as a catalyst for improving the quality of goods available in developing country. When these nations integrate into the global economy that gain access to advanced technologies, production methods, and expertise from developed countries. These transfers of knowledge and resources enhance the local industry capabilities, enabling them to produce high quality goods and compete on a global scale. As a result, consumers in developed countries can enjoy goods and services that meet international standards, contributing to their overall welfare and satisfaction. Okay, for my third point, which is improve international relations. Globalization promotes stronger international relation between developing countries and the rest of the world through increased trade and economic independence. Nations have a vested interest in maintaining peaceful and cooperative relationships. Globalization fosters cultural exchange, facilities diplomacy, and encourage collaboration on shared challenges such as environmental issue or global health crisis. This improves international relations, create opportunity for the European country to engage in mutually beneficial partnership, which attract foreign investment and expand their influence on the global stage. And my last point, which is increased competition. Okay, one of the primary benefits of globalization for developing country is the introduction of increased competition. As international trade expand, local industry face competition from global players, which can be initially challenging. However, competition also drives efficiency, innovation, and productivity improvement. Local industry must adapt, invest in research and development, and enhance their competitive to thrive in the global marketplace. This led to job creation, technology investment, advancement, and economic growth, ultimately benefiting people of developing countries. Okay, that's all from my point.
My name is Fadil Yang, and I'm a second opposition speaker for this debate. So, Mr. Farhan, I have a question for you after your points, which is how does globalization affect the cultural diversity and traditional practice of developing countries?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chua. I will answer. Globalization can have both positive and negative impacts on the cultural diversity and traditional practices of developing countries. While it is true that globalization brings access to advanced technologies and knowledge from developed countries, it can also lead to the erosion of local cultural practices. When countries integrate into the global economy, there is often a shift towards westernized or homogenized cultural norms. This can result in the loss of traditional practices, language, and indigenous knowledge systems that are unique to each country. As global brands and products dominate the market, local businesses and artisans may struggle to compete, leading to the decline of traditional crafts and cultural expression. Furthermore, globalization can lead to cultural assimilation and the adoption of foreign value, life, and style. This can diminish the diversities and richness of cultural tradition as people increasingly embrace globalized trends and practices. Overall, while globalization may bring economic benefits and access to higher quality goods, it is important to consider its impact on cultural diversity and the preservation of traditional practices in developing countries. Okay, that is my answer. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chua.
So for the opposition side, so for globalizations in developing countries will have the possible monopolizations of multinational companies happen. So globalizations will raise concern about the potentials for monopolizations or unfair market practice by the large corporations. Larger multinational corporations may have the financial resource and expertise to dominate the market, squeezing out smaller local business. Multinational companies enter the developing markets with their product price significantly lower than those offered by the local competitors. So by selling product at such low price, local competitors may struggling to compete effectively. So smaller business may find it difficult to sustain their operations and may eventually be forced out of the markets due to the financial loss. Once the local competition is significantly weakened and or eliminated, the multinational companies may raise their price to make more profitable level. With reducing the competitions, consumers have limited choice and may not have alternative but will have to buy the product at a higher price. So next is increased competitions. While globalization can bring benefits such as access to new market, increased foreign investment, and knowledge transfer, but it can also present challenges for the domestic industry in developing countries. So for instance, competitive pressure to the local business when cheaper goods and service from the other country come into the market, local industry in the developing country may find it challenging to keep up. So this can lead to the decline or even the collapse of the domestic industry, resulting in job loss and potential economic instability. So domestic industry may face difficult to compete with the global competitor, which can lead to loss of market share and possible downsizing of close of the local business. So followed by the growing inequality. So although many multinational companies are buying a cheaper labor from developing or underdeveloping country. So for their products, manufacturing or assembling. So for example, China, India, and Africa are prime example of this. So it increased the employment of such country, but they are lagging behind relative developed country. So the use of cheaper labor in developing country by multinational company can lead to a significant wage gap between the workers in developed and developing economies. So for example, the garment industry in Bangladesh. Bangladesh has become one of the world's largest exporter of ready-made garment. While multinational company outsource production to benefit from lower labor costs, workers in developing countries like Bangladesh earn significantly lower wage compared to their counterpart in developed nations. So this wage can relative poverty in the country and contribute to income inequality on the global scale. And last point for me is the environment concerns. So globalization can lead to increased demands for resource and communities in developing countries. So this lead to deforestations and habitat disruptions. So rapid economic growth and urbanizations can result in increased waste generations, posing challenges for proper waste management and recycling infrastructure. So for example, the Coca-Cola is the world leading soft drink company. So this company consume a huge number of waters for making a soft drinks. So in the state of North India, a Coca-Cola water plant was closed by the government's order because of too much usage of water claimed by the local farmer. So in North India, the level of groundwater is very low, but huge usage of this water have for the interest of the multinational company Coca-Cola is very harmful to the domestic farmer.
A spectacular speech from you, Mr. Chua Jun Yang, but I have a question for your point number 3, which is the question how can the international community work together to promote more equitable trade practices and reduce the wage gap between workers in developing and developed countries, while still encouraging economic growth and development in all regions?
Thank you, Mr. Izzat. So for my answer about these questions is education and skill development play a crucial role in the shaping a nation's workforce and its ability to participate effectively in the global economy. So by focusing on the education and skill enhancement, developing country can equip their workforce with the necessary knowledge and expertise to meet the demands of industry and emerging technology. So for example, the vocational training offering a vocational training programs can be instrumental in preparing individuals for specific careers or industry. So this program focus on practical skills and hands-on experience, making graduates more job ready and attractive to a potential employer. So vocational training can be tailored to the needs of specific sector, such as manufacturing, technology, or service, aligning the skill acquired with industry demands. So that is my answer for the questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chua Junyang, for answering my question. And I think that is everything from us, right? So now let's just conclude our debate. That is, globalization has both benefits and drawback for developing countries. And also, it has offered access to larger markets, foreign investment, promoting economic growth. However, it may also lead to economic instability and also job losses and social inequality. Developing nations should aim for sustainable development and protect vulnerable communities to maximize the benefits of globalization. So that is all from our group. And thank you very much, sir, for your time. Hope you really enjoy our